What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again for a video that I tried to make yesterday. Didn't work, so we're going to make it this morning. Boston and Toronto. Oh boy, here we go again. This is going to be a video, probably a longer series review than the others. Move my camera a little bit. So Boston once again defeats the Toronto Maple Leafs in 7 games. And I hate to admit it, but I was really rooting for Toronto here. My perspective on it has just changed since 2020. It didn't feel right in 2022 when they lost to Tampa. 2023, losing to Tampa, I thought they deserved to lose that series, but they end up doing it. They end up getting that series done, and then they get killed by Florida. And then this series happens. The long and the short of it is they could not score. I don't know what happened. The number 2 offense in the league during the regular season could not score in the playoffs. Let's take a look. Game 1, Boston wins 5-1 at home. Make a statement right there. Game 2, Toronto wins that one 3-2, and I was pretty surprised. I was surprised they got away with that one. Game 3, 4-2 victory for Boston, and Game 4, 3-1 victory for Boston in Toronto. And it's at that point that Joseph Woll comes in for Ilya Samsonov. And Woll comes in, and in Game 5 they win 2-1 in overtime. And then they win Game 6 2-1. Game 5 was in Boston, and then they win Game 6 at home. So, scores of 2-1. How many goals have they scored? What is the most amount of goals they've scored? Let's see. 1, 2, 2, 1. Wait, no. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1 in Game 7. Because in Game 7 they lose in overtime 2-1 in Boston at TD Garden. We've seen this movie before. For the 4th time in 11 years. The Detroit Red Wings from 1997 to 2008 won 4 cups in 11 years. Toronto has done this for the 4th time in 11 years, losing at TD Garden in Game 7. That's harder to do than probably winning 4 cups in that amount of time. To look at point scorers, Toronto has 0 in the top 50. Only team on the board that have no top 50 point scorers. Marchand, 7 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. Pastrnak, 7 games, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. He was challenged at the end of Game 6 by Jim Montgomery. And DeBrusk, 7 games played, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. Swayman, what a series out of Jeremy Swayman. Absolutely phenomenal, Hall of Fame worthy performance out of him. 4-2 with a .950 save percentage. Fantastic. And then Allmark, who played Game 2, 0-1 with a .912. He didn't play badly, not at all, but Swayman was just that good. First, the Maple Leafs, Samsonov. When Woll went down going into Game 7, I said this series is over. Before Game 7 even started and I found out Woll wasn't playing, I knew they were done. I thought, up until that point, I thought they got this. Woll's going to backstop them. Matthews, I was iffy on him whether he was ready to return to the lineup. He played fine. Nylander was back, hoping of something big out of Marner. And Samsonov goes 1-4 with an .896. Woll goes 2-0 with a .964. So that's how I knew they were done. Once I saw Samsonov was in that, I'm like, he has to have the game of his life or they're done. And don't get me wrong, Samsonov was fine in game. I had no issue with the play of Samsonov in Game 7. He played as well as he could. The defense on that final goal, iffy, but it was a fantastic play by Lindholm to get it to Pastrnak off the boards. Pastrnak dangles around Samsonov and elevates the puck. You can't really do anything. It's a breakaway situation. And to tell you the point scorers for Toronto, I'll give you everyone that scored a point in this series. Matthews leads the way. He played 5 games. 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Tyler Bertuzzi, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Max Domi, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Both of them played 7 games. Ilya Lyubushkin at number 4. 0 goals, 3 assists, 3 points in 7 games. Matthew Knies, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points in 7 games. He was probably their second best player throughout the series, Knies. You had Woll, you had Nylander, and you had Knies. Other than that, I really couldn't give you a difference maker. Riley in 7 games, no goals, 3 assists, 3 points. Mitch Marner, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. I think Marner's gone. I think absolutely Mitch Marner is gone after this performance. He cannot play in the playoffs for whatever reason, whatever mental thing is going on with him. Since 2017, he could not play in the playoffs. Nylander in 4 games had 3 goals. What more do you want out of him? Tavares, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points in 7 games. Tavares, thank God there's only 1 more year on that deal for the Leafs. Reeves in 5 games had 1 assist. Kampf had 1 goal in 7 games. Dewar had 1 assist in 6 games. McCabe 1 goal in 7 games. Edmondson and Liljegren 1 assist each. Edmondson in 7, Liljegren in 6. A combined 35 points over the course of 7 games. That's abysmal, especially when they're outscored 18-12. They had a 7-game series. And yet guys in 4-game series outscored them. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre what happens here. And I wrote at the top of the board here, you see 3 lines pointing to years and all saying all the same. 2013, this exact same scenario happened. Boston has home ice advantage. Of course, no one was there from 2013. Marchand's the only guy I think there from 2013 at this point. But Boston wins game 1. They won game 2 in that series. But they had a 3-1 series lead. Toronto fights back to games 5 and 6 to tie the series. Toronto has a lead in the 3rd period in game 7. And they lose the game in overtime. Exact copy of 2014. Or 2013 is 2024. Exact. 2018 is not that far off. Once again, Boston takes a 3-1 series lead with home ice advantage. Toronto fights back in games 5 and 6. They lose, have a 3rd period lead. They don't even get to overtime in that one. They lose in regulation. 2019, Maple Leafs have a 3-2 series lead. They win games 1, 3, and 5. Lose game 6 at home. Game 7, they get blown out in Boston. Yeah. Where do the Leafs go from here? I think Shanahan as president is gone. I think Keefe, if he sticks around, I'll be pretty shocked. Which I really don't blame Keefe too much. I think people get on Keefe a lot more. You can't blame Keefe for players disappearing in the playoffs. You can't. I mean, Nylander and Matthews are the only 2 safe souls on this team right now. And Joseph Woll. I'll give Woll credit. He is safe. If he can stay healthy, this guy could be your starter. I'm going to be honest. Samsonov, whether he comes back, his starts in the early part of the series, I mean, they weren't abysmal, but game 1 really sticks out. Game 4, he's pulled, but yeah. Among everyone else, Marner, if anyone's going to change, it's going to be him. Tavares' contract's kind of immovable. I definitely would not buy out the last year of it. It's $11 million for 1 more year. Just suck it up at this point. And yeah, it's going to be a tough summer for the Leafs. I was still stunned when Pastrnak scored. I kind of just sat there for a good 5 minutes just. But yeah, that's going to be all I have for you guys in this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below what you thought happened in this series. And we now know who's playing in round 2 with Game 7 over last night. Vegas unfortunately losing. But we'll get to that series review in a bit. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.